I suppose the obvious question is, we did that back in January. Has your position changed at all after that? Because it raised a lot of headlines, a lot of controversy. Since then, more states have endorsed same-sex marriage. It's becoming much less of a prohibitive kind of issue than it used to be. What's your view now?
You know, Piers, it really never changes because mine's based out of the Scripture. That's what I believe that the Scripture says, that homosexuality is a sin. So, you know, I believed it before and I still believe it now. Again, I would just reiterate what I said. I'm not mad at anybody. I don't dislike anybody, but, you know, respecting my faith and believing, you know, in what the Scripture says, that's the best way I can interpret it.
But, I mean, shouldn't the Scripture be dragged kicking and screaming into the modern age? I mean, we were talking before the break about the issue about eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Not everything in the Scriptures really is, in my view, conducive to modern life. I mean, like everything else, doesn't it have to move with the times? And isn't it down again to people like you to interpret it in a way that evolves? I mean, you're known as a very progressive preacher.
Sure. Well, we want to be progressive, but sometimes when I read it, I can't see how you would change that, just like you wouldn't, you know, change some other main things, you know, in the Scripture. I don't see how that, you know, if you don't have a basis of truth, and that's what I base mine off of, the Scripture. Everybody else doesn't, and I don't fault them if they don't. But this is just the way I choose to live my life and what I teach based out of the Scripture. So I don't think, you know, I think, you know, personally, 200 years from now, the Scripture's still going to say that.